You talked about Tua being in his feelings. Hell yeah, he in his feelings. They 0-3. People talking about him not having a job. There is no human who doesn't hear it.
Yeah.
Some people understand how to deal with it better. Some people know how to compartmentalize it, but we all hear it. Everybody pays attention. The problem with the Miami media or with media in general, especially local, instead of coming up with the question to ask Tua Tagovailoa, why are you struggling so much with zone coverage? What is happening after the snap that you can't read the coverage in order to figure out in what holes, right? In between what spaces you need to throw the football? Ask him that question. Why are you concerned with what he feels about what Cam says? And as any man, unless you are man enough, unless you are secure enough in where you are in life and what you're doing, you're going to answer. But Tua ain't built like that to answer that question. He's not built in the way to talk about who Cam was as a player because he shouldn't be concerned with that. So all he could go to is the fact that every day Cam is not living this life that I'm living right now. It's easier to talk about it there than to do what I'm doing at this point. He don't care that Cam was actually better than him. He don't care that Cam actually accomplished more than him. What he cares about is that right now I'm in this heat and you not in this heat. That's the difficult part about losing. That's the difficult part about becoming a fiasco. That's the difficult part about becoming a reality show. Because now we talk about the Miami Dolphins for everything but good play.
All right, that was Ryan Clark getting after Tua and the local media a little bit.
Who asked that question?
Who was that?
Palm Beach Post, perhaps?
Oh yeah, it was.
Will there be a response now? I'd like to see a Joe Shad versus Ryan Clark.
No?
No response?
No. By the way, just Tua needs to go out and play well tonight. That's it. That's the only thing. He can't worry about anybody locally or nationally. He just needs to go out and put together a good game. And all the things he's been accused he can't do, he's got to do some of them. Then, he can come back. I will say this. He has been a disaster every week. He says something every week in his press conference. There's a list of them, and you're going, wow. I've never heard this out of a starting quarterback before. He's got
I'm glad you're with me on this one, because usually you tell me how much I'm overreacting by all the crazy stuff that he says each week. But
right. The Josh Allen thing?
Oh, that was so bad.
Jesus. What is that? I didn't mean to put Jesus in that. I'm sorry.
You can. I mean, that was that bad. Yeah.
I
don't know which one was. The Cam Newton thing was like whatever. That was just.
But instead of just, look, he's not playing well. He knows he's not playing well. He said he's not playing well, but yet he's got to go on and say none of you guys could play this position. Like, you're right. I can't. I'm glad you reminded me that I can't drop back and throw it 60 yards down the field and hit Tyreek Hill in stride when he's running by everybody. You're right. I can't. But it's your job. It's your job. And by the way, just go out and play better. Cam Newton's right about that too. He was asked the next day, they had Cam Newton on the show. He went after you a little bit, Cam. He go, hey, just play better. Just go out and play. You don't like it, but it's not going away. And the other thing is, and got into this with my brother-in-laws who are a little down on Tua as well, like a lot of people, is like, hey, man, the money's part of it. It just is. Whether you think it's fair or not, you win. It's your money. It's not going away. But if you don't play well, people are going to bring up your money. They are. They're going to bring up two things. I say this. I've said it on radio shows forever. If you're a high first-round pick or you get a second contract for big, big money and you go into a special club with guys that are getting it done that make that amount of money, they're going to talk about you. They're going to bring up the money. The money gets brought up. And you think it's just this sport? It's every sport. It's every sport. Everything gets back to money. The better you are, the more people, if you don't play well, they're going to get after you. Not only you're not playing well, but what you're making. It's just going to be brought up. Still your money, not going away. When you go home at night, it's yours. It's not going away. Anyway.
Do you realize the difference between tomorrow's show? Like if they go and lay an egg tonight, what tomorrow's show will be, or if they go in there and they actually look like they did against Buffalo and win the game?
Yeah.
I mean, what a
Big
ridiculous difference tomorrow will be.
And honestly,
based on this one game,
if they win tonight and you watch Carolina
so bad.
They look so bad. They made the New England Patriots look like Tom Brady was. That was a Patriots team with Tom Brady.
But if you're 0-4, you're in such a deep hole that it's like,
yeah,
I don't know how you climb out of that one.
Well, no,
but if you lose this game, you're right where those power rankings say you are, right?
The mindset for these guys is they win this game, and you got Carolina up there. Look, you can't handpick too many teams you'd rather play on the road right now.
No,
than Carolina. The way they looked,
maybe Tennessee, but
they look bad. Well, we don't have them on there.
I know. I wish we did.
They were.
Holy cow, man.
They're not looking. They weren't looking real good either. By the way, it has nothing to do with us here now, but this Adai Mitchell. Did you catch?
I did. I had the Rams yesterday. It was very nice of him to do that.
So I never, ever, ever will go, that one play cost them the game. Because usually the coaches go back and they're like, hey, there was a lot of things that we could have done better. And there are a whole bunch of plays. Some of them happened early in the game, but they were just as important. You just remember one at the end of the game. Mitchell makes this great play, is running for a touchdown, 75, 80-yard touchdown, and decides at the last second he's going to put the ball in the air, and as he's going up, he fumbles about 2 yards. It goes through the end zone. Touchback. They lose the ball. But then Jonathan Taylor breaks one outside, runs 57 yards or something. Just another, crazy Jonathan Taylor run. And they call a flag, and so they show it. He basically tackled the guy. He put his hands over the top of the guy and threw him down. Like, there's third graders. You're going, oh, that's a penalty. He cost his team 14 points by himself. He's blocking out in front. All he's got to do is block him a little bit, not a lot. Was not going to affect the play that much. And he cost his team 14 points. 2 huge plays. You don't get those 50 and 70-something yard plays.
No, that poor guy's still trending on Twitter right now, Mitchell.
It was just, and then, of course, the TV gets a close-up of him.
Absolutely.
And that look of dude, do you realize what you have just done with the 2 plays? And, and the announcer's got to go, whoa, he's having a rough game right now, as in he just had 2 plays that he's directly responsible for.
It could screw up their whole season. I mean, you're talking about you're 4-0, the Colts. Things are going really well now.
Those are plays and things that guys on bad teams do that you go, wow, that's not a real well-coached team. And they've actually, they've been the talk of the town on everything. They go out there. They had that game.
They did.
And he makes a phenomenal play, comes back, somehow catches it, safety, the corner fall over each other. So he's running in. Instead of just running in the end zone, he had to get that ball up in the air. And let me get started a little bit early. Mm-hmm. I don't want to wait till I'm in the end zone. Let me start from about the 2, and that thing goes out.
It's pretty crazy at that level to see that kind of stuff happening. That's just not the kind of stuff that should happen in the pros.
So when those guys are telling them, if anybody says it, hey, man, it's not your fault. We all could have played better. No. You make those 2 plays on the road, and we're going home 4-0.
Yep.
Period. 2 plays. 2, by the way, big splash plays. You don't get 57-yard run. I think they called back on Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, the other one was 76 yards.
76 yards on the catch. And nobody's around him. He just decided he was going to put a little extra, mustard on the hot dog going into the end zone. And he lost it. We see it once every year.
It's sad, but yeah, we do.
Just crazy. Hey, by the way.
This is actually a nice story, that Colts story, wasn't it?
Well, it's still a good story, but
Well,
you
let's see how
can't-
it goes now.
you can't give games away. That's
I
just
know.
you got selfish and stupid. There's nobody teaching him like to grab. Did you see it, Woody? There was no question. There was nobody go, oh, we got screwed on that.
No.
He literally, like, he mugged him. He just, like, that's a new way to take care of your guy on the outside. All right, we got to go to break here. We've got a lot more. By the way, man, Ryder Cup team, a lot of those guys live up north. They can hear us up there. We're up in their neck of the woods up in Jupiter now here. And they got their ass kicked for 2 days. And literally, I was so bummed out because match play, I want a match play to be close because Americans are good at match play. We suck at team, but we're great in match play. One-on-one. We're one-on-one players. We're not very good team guys. And we hate alternate shots. That's not our baby. Anyway, they're getting their butts kicked, and they came all the way back. We'll tell you more about that and how crazy that thing was at the end, where they actually had a chance to win that thing, coming all the way back from being way, way down. Ended up being pretty wild there for a little bit. Anyway, right.